Hey there, and welcome back to the East Kentucky Works podcast. I'm Jen Breeze. I'm a communications associate at EKCEP.
And I'm Jason Kaiser, also a communications associate at EKCEP.
So, Jacelyn, at the time of this recording, we're in mid-December, so we're like heading into Christmas break and Christmas season, which is definitely like cookie baking season. And so I just wondered, before we dig into our workforce type stuff, what's your favorite dessert?
Honestly, I do like cookies. I'm a big crumble cookie girl. I go there all the time.
Mm.
Literally way more than I should. Like I look up the I live like 20 minutes away from a crumble cookie now, which is not good for my bank account at all. And they're so huge. I don't even eat them all, but they're so good. So I would say cookies, and we make like sugar cookies like before Christmas and stuff, and decorate and do all the things. So yeah, I'd have to say cookies. I love ice cream, but I feel like that's not really fitting the vibe for Christmas. So cookies are probably it for me.
Okay, yeah. I'm with you on ice cream. I could eat ice cream every night of my life if you
Uh,
let me.
yeah, Baskin
So,
Robbins chocolate peanut butter. That's the best.
ooh, yeah, that sounds amazing. Um, so for me, dessert's a little trickier because I'm gluten free. I've had celiac disease since like 2004, so 20 years of gluten free. It's not a big deal for me at all, but I have to be pretty picky about like what I can sample when we are out at parties. So, um, if I'm going to bring a dessert, then I'm probably going to bring like a cheesecake with a gluten-free crust. Cheesecake's one of my favorite desserts. We have
Cheesecake's
that.
good.
Yeah. When I got married, we had a cheesecake buffet instead of like a big traditional wedding cake. So,
That's cool. We had nothing but cakes at my wedding. I love a
oh,
nothing but cake too. Gosh, I'm starving in this episode if you can't tell.
oops, sorry, I touched on a touchy subject, I guess there. I
No. But yeah,
thought that was an easy question. Now
it's
I've got you all
hard.
riled up.
I know. It's hard. The desserts are good. So
Yeah.
honestly, anything that doesn't eat me first, I'll probably eat it. So
I hear that for sure. So let's talk business services. EKCEP has so many different branches of different types of people we serve. We have the job seekers, which we've talked about, but we also serve businesses. So when we talk about businesses, we're talking about could be large corporations, it could be very small, like mom and pop businesses. Um, we might be talking to CEOs or vice presidents or maybe the HR personnel, owners, union leaders, anybody that's in a leadership position in businesses. There's a lot of ways that we can help those people. Um, so, what in your experience, Jacelyn, what have you seen people in those roles struggling with? What kind of business issues do we deal with?
yeah, so I think employee retention is often their main hardship, and you know, employees they can face a lot of barriers like having to call off, not having childcare, not having the transportation to get to work every day. We are in Eastern Kentucky. People face those issues. Um, and for the employers, it's hard for them if they don't have these employees to work for them. It's hard for them to be able to post these jobs and screen applicants and do these things. So we can take that off their hands and do that for them, which is awesome.
Definitely. I've heard of like, and sometimes even say they realize they need to hire some people. They've put the job posting out. And they're collecting applications, and then they realize like, oh my goodness, we're not getting the right kind of applicants. Like they're not qualified. They don't have the experience that we need. And so now what do we do? Like, I think employers can sometimes feel like there's nobody out there, but they're just not getting connected with the right people. And that's where EKCEP can come in and help with our WEOA services and things like that.
Yeah, and it's also awesome for us communication folks because we can create flyers, post their job fairs, really get the word out about the employers and how to get employees knocking at their door, coming to the job fairs, wanting to find a meaningful job, and we can really help connect those people with them.
Yeah. So let's back up and break it down for a second. If a leader in business is finding that they're having issues with their workforce, the first thing that they would need to do is go to their local career center, right?
Yeah.
And at those career centers, we have business service coordinators and people that are in position to help them. One of the first things they're going to do is provide a needs assessment for these people, so we can really pinpoint, like, where is your business, what struggles are you facing, and what's like the next right step to take. Because sometimes, you know, we've heard stories of people like calling and saying, like, I just lost two people and I need to replace them immediately. And then they sat down and did the needs assessment and realized, like, well, let's back up, because there was an example of a welding company that called and they wanted to find replacements for two of their employees that they just lost. And when we did the needs assessment, it was really turned out that they needed to work more on their economic development, that they needed to um, start preparing and changing their business model to change for the times, that, do a little pivoting in their business before they brought on new workers. And that's something that business owner wouldn't have seen if he hadn't taken the time to reach out to our business service consultant. So, I mean, the work that we do is super powerful. It's like, it's almost like having an extra HR team. There was a plumbing father and son plumbing company, and they're out like doing plumbing work all day, and they needed to hire somebody. There was no, um, you know, administrative assistant sitting in an office somewhere able to do the hiring things for them. And that's why they came to our business service consultants to get help with hiring, like help us with the job posting, help us with screening candidates, help us with all the things. Like there's so many services that we have available to businesses that need help, and if you're not sure what you need, we can help with that too, right?
Yeah, it is really cool that we can kind of just be an HR team for them and pull all the stops to get them what they need. Um, and like we said, you can contact your business service consultants in your area when you go to ekcep.org. We'll have that in the show notes and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's also awesome that we can have, um, paid pay employees to get on job training, apprenticeships, summer work experiences. Those are really cool,
Hmm.
especially if you haven't really had any experience before.
Yeah. um and then there's also, like, we have a layoff aversion program. So if you're worried that you might have to be letting people go, come to us first, because we can help with that. Like,
Yeah, so con- connecting with a business service consultant, you're saving time, you're saving frustration and energy, um, because it's stressful if you're running a business and you're, like I said before, not getting employees that you need, and then you're having to go and do that yourself. You're just run down. It kind of, some people even close their businesses down. If you're a small mom and pop business shop, um, you're a small business, people just, kind of have to give up, kind of lose their dream in the midst of it. And we can help you keep that dream alive, keep your business alive.
hmm
So,
yeah, we definitely don't want to see that happen. And we have a lot of tools and resources available for anybody that's struggling with keeping their business afloat, keeping quality workers. Um, it's really cool. I'm so proud of the work that our team does, and um, across 23 counties. So, if you're listening to this and you're not sure where your local Kentucky Career Center is, or how to connect with a business service consultant, a great place to start is going to ekcep.org and checking out our business services page, and call them up. And so, that brings us to our EKCEP quick tip of the week. And this is where we share practical advice that's going to help you on your career journey. And this week's tip is to get in front of people. As an employer, it's critical that you practice a proactive hiring strategy. Don't wait for candidates to come find you. Go find them. And again, like we've kind of said here, that getting in contact with your career center, getting connected with a business service consultant is your fastest, easiest way to get in front of more people, to get connected with people that either have the training or are willing to get the training, and we can help pay for that. Like that's the way to go. So that's my quick tip of the week. And
Awesome.
you want to
Yeah.
share
So
the local labor market limelight?
yes. So for the local labor market Limelight, that's a little tongue twister.
It is. Who thought of
Um,
that?
I do not know.
Uh,
This is where we shine a spotlight on the hottest industries, partners, job opportunities right here in Eastern Kentucky. One we're going to hit on is local Union 248. Jonah Sturgill, he is from Letcher County and had recently just graduated high school. And Alpha Mechanical Services employed him right out of high school with an apprenticeship. So he is going to school now at HCTC, and um, them and Local 248 work together. And while he's in school for HVAC, he's also getting paid to work and do HVAC work with Alpha, which is super cool because he's getting a company car. He's getting paid while he's going to school. That's crazy. I would have loved that or something like that when I had just graduated high school. So I think that's super cool that we do that. But we have a lot of other partners that we can touch on. Jen, you want to touch on a few of those?
yeah, just Kentucky Adult Ed, their GED program, the Kentucky Vocational Rehabilitation, rural water apprenticeships. There's so many amazing connections and partnerships that we have. Yeah, so another great partnership that we have going on right now that I would love to spotlight is the Kentucky Office of Employer and Apprenticeship Services. They're partnering with LKLP Head Start and EKCEP. And together, we've put together this amazing program. We got 12 people that are signing contracts this week, here in mid-December,
That's
to
awesome.
I know, yeah. They're going to work with the kids. They're going to get like official, formal educational training. They're going to get on the job training. They're going to get paid well. Like it's a win for LKLP's Head Start. This is the first time in Kentucky's history that we've ever done an on the job training with Head Start programs and early childhood education. So it's a super big honor that we're doing this, and just kind of goes to show the power of these partnerships and how amazing it is when we work together. So go EKCEP and Kentucky.
Yes, for sure. Well, y'all, that is all we have for you today. And if you would have known the stress that we've gone through for this episode, we've had so much happen, but we got done. We're so glad that we got to talk to y'all about business services. If you're a business leader looking for skilled workers, EKCEP is here for you. You can find information about EKCEP and all of our services at ekcep.org or visit your local Kentucky Career Center, and you'll find the links to everything we mentioned today in the show notes. Have a great day, Eastern Kentucky, and let's get to work.